This is the Friday, September 5th, 2025 weather update. Alright, today we have a lot to talk about, but before I get too far on that, I'm going to talk about the severe weather that happened last night. We had a marginal risk right here, you can see it. This is last night's risk, and then we have another marginal risk right here. That was for last night, that's not in the future, that's already valid. And it caused all these damaging wind reports, several of them in this area. It was a little bit worse than we thought it would be, so you can see all these damaging winds report, and then a little over here for the other marginal risk. The setup today could be worse than this. It's probably not going to happen, but we could end up having something like this today. Here is the SPC outlook for today. You can see we have a marginal risk here and a slight risk here. If you're on the slight risk, you have a 2% chance of tornadoes, so please be weather aware today here, especially in the slight. Our area, I'm going to talk a little bit more about and how this risk will affect our area. This is the supercell composite for 6 p.m. You can see that our area has somewhat of a threat if we end up seeing precipitation. The surface-based cape is looking pretty decent, so we could see some sort of severe weather. You can see the surface-based cape is pretty high, so yeah, we could see an isolated tornado or two in our area. But overall, I think if we draw like a line right here, I think anywhere past this line is gonna have the bigger tornado threat. We could see some flooding caused today, right, not in our area as much, but right east of that line that I showed you earlier. And then also we have a marginal risk here and then a marginal risk here. We are going to see not as much flooding in the next few days. You can see here we still have a decent amount of flooding. And then on Monday, September 8th, you can see we are still seeing some more flooding in Texas possible. That over here was Sunday, what I showed you earlier, and then over here on the day 4 outlook on Tuesday, we don't have much more to talk about other than a little bit here. And then on the day 5 outlook, we don't have anything predicted, so we don't have much at all predicted so for flooding other than in the next few days. So be prepared the next few days, but we are going to see a slow period in our area, but I don't think we're going to see, I think our U.S. is still going to see several rain showers, but it's just not as much. And again, we could get a marginal risk get issued as this gets closer. We have a hurricane that is looking to form right here. It's a disturbance right now, but it's not really much yet. But I think it'll turn into a hurricane in maybe the next 7 days. A 90% chance of forming in the next 7 days. A 60% chance forming in the next 2 days. So these are islands here. I would be very aware if you're if you know anybody in here, or if you're in there, because this could very likely hit there, and it could likely be a major hurricane. And a lot of the models are showing it just kind of go out here and just go that way and stay as a fish storm, but it still might affect here, even though the models are showing it go out that way. But a couple runs of the GFS and some other models are showing it make landfall on the U.S. So we have to keep an eye on that, and I will keep an eye on that, and I'll give you updates on that. I'm just going to give you a quick update on the temperatures. Basically, there's not a lot to talk about other than the temperatures are still battling with this warm air here, and we're seeing below average temperatures in the night pretty much in our area, and above average temperatures in the daytime. So we're seeing hot temperatures in the day and below average temperatures in the night, and you can see it's just still fighting. We still have the battleground working. Once we see the cold air trying to push in from this side, from the west, that's when I'm concerned for severe weather. And I think that's all the weather talk I have for you today. please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on, that way you don't miss out on any new videos. And I hope to see you on Tuesday. Goodbye.